Welcome to this special moment. Congratulations on reaching the final step of this transformative journey toward becoming a modern, irresistible man with purpose. If you're here and still unsure what it's all about, I invite you to explore our channel and embark on this 10-step path that will challenge your limits, expand your awareness, and change how you relate to yourself and the world around you. Get ready for real transformation, grounded in discipline, self-knowledge, and action. Because being a modern man is a daily invitation to grow and inspire. Let's go together. The transformative power of purpose in life and relationships. Now, let's dive deeper into one of the pillars that uphold the truly irresistible man: purpose. This word, often used generically in motivational speeches, has a much deeper and more practical meaning than many realize. Purpose isn't a distant ideal. It's the inner compass guiding your decisions, energies, and presence in the world. And when well nurtured, it redefines your entire existence. Having a clear purpose is much more than setting specific goals or dreams. It's aligning your essence with a life mission that gives authentic meaning to every action you take. Without this alignment, it's easy to get lost, becoming reactive to external demands, vulnerable to insecurities, and dispensable in relationships. A life without purpose is like a drifting boat, subject to currents and storms, almost invisible in the vast ocean of opportunities and connections. Behavioral analyses show that men who live aligned with a purpose demonstrate high levels of self-confidence, resilience, and emotional stability. This is because they don't rely on others' reflections to validate themselves. Their identity is built from within, on solid foundations that do not waver in the face of challenges. So how does this inner strength operate in relationships? Healthy relationships develop when two whole people with purpose and autonomy meet. It's not just physical attraction or emotional need, but genuine reciprocity based on valuing mutual growth. When your purpose is clear, you establish relationships that respect your space, embrace your goals, and stimulate your development, generating incomparable magnetism. On the other hand, absence of purpose can generate emotional dependency, power struggles, and constant wear because someone uncentered seeks stability externally. This creates toxic cycles, superficial relations, and, at worst, deep feelings of dissatisfaction and loneliness. It's essential to understand. Purpose is a filter. It determines where, with whom, and how you invest your time, energy, and affection. Men clear about this rarely get lost in futile disputes or relationships that add nothing. They know how to say no, not just to others but to themselves, preserving energy for what truly matters. Impact trigger to awaken awareness. Without purpose, your presence is easily mistaken for absence. With purpose, every gesture of yours carries meaning and strength. You become a desired presence, a point of reference, someone who doesn't need to seek validation because they naturally project it. Practical exercise for the viewer. Set aside 30 minutes today for a moment of silence and deep reflection. Ask yourself, what are the 3 things that truly make me feel alive? What legacy do I want to leave? What am I doing today that brings me closer to that purpose? Write your answers honestly and without judgment. This is the first step toward realigning your life and relationships toward coherence and magnetism. Emotional intelligence as a strengthener of purpose. For a man who seeks not just to exist, but to be irresistible and fulfilled, purpose has an inseparable alliance with emotional intelligence. It's not enough to know what you want. You must understand, manage, and balance your own emotions to turn that purpose into concrete, consistent action. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize and regulate your emotions, understand those of others, and use this information to navigate complex situations, build healthy relationships, and make decisions aligned with your values. Men with high EQ, emotional quotient, are not immune to suffering or anxiety. Their difference lies in not being governed by them. When you align your purpose with emotional intelligence, you face challenges with resilience and calm, transform frustrations into lessons, and establish a presence that inspires security. This internal connection keeps emotional conflicts from wearing you down and reduces your need for external validation. Moreover, emotional intelligence enhances reciprocity in relationships. You perceive when the other is available to give and receive, respect boundaries, and adapt communication for clarity and depth in bonds. Studies show emotionally intelligent people are more assertive, empathetic, and maintain longer, more satisfying relationships. This is the foundation for your purpose to be not just a distant dream, but a reality lived in every interaction. Reflection. Trigger. Reflect. How many times have you sabotaged your own purpose through impulsive emotional reactions or lack of control? And how many opportunities have you lost by not perceiving the emotional signals of others? Recommended practice. Begin practicing self-observation. Throughout your day, question your emotional states and how they influence your decisions and behavior. Try to breathe, pause, and respond instead of instant reactions. This strengthens your protagonism and places your purpose at the center of your life. Empathetic protagonism in building relationships. For a man who wants to be truly irresistible, mastering empathetic protagonism is essential. Empathy isn't just feeling what the other feels, but knowing how to use this understanding to act consciously, respectfully, and positively in relationships, without losing your authenticity and strength. Being a protagonist doesn't mean commanding or controlling others. It means leading your own life and emotions, establishing deep connections that generate reciprocity and trust. The empathetic man knows how to balance his needs with the others, creating a safe space for mutual growth. In practice, empathetic protagonism is demonstrated by active listening, validating feelings, expressing vulnerability, and adapting communication to be understood without sacrificing clarity and firmness. It is the art of influencing without dominating, connecting without losing yourself. Studies show relationships with high emotional reciprocity, where both partners exercise empathetic protagonism, have higher satisfaction, longevity, and levels of intimacy and respect. This balance fosters not only love, but a robust partnership that expands individual and shared possibilities. But beware, empathetic protagonism is not fragile idealism. It's strength with gentleness, courage with understanding, the ability to lead oneself and inspire others to evolve, creating a virtuous cycle that fuels attraction and commitment. Reflective trigger. Are you leading your life with empathy, or just reacting to others' expectations and emotions? Turning empathy into protagonism is the leap toward true, lasting relationships. Practical exercise. Choose an important decision in the next few days. Take a moment to listen to your emotions and values, and also consider the impact of this decision on those involved. Make a conscious decision that aligns leadership with empathy. The Irresistible Life. Final integration of everything. In this final stage, it's time to integrate everything you've learned and built. The clarity of purpose, mastery of emotional intelligence, empathetic protagonism, the balance between freedom and responsibility, personal success, and true reciprocity. The irresistible life isn't magic or distant. It's the natural reflection of a man who lives with coherence, authenticity, and commitment to continuous growth. It's the sum of conscious choices you make every day to be your best self, without masks or artificial adaptations. This integration creates a solid, magnetic, and inspiring presence that doesn't rely on techniques or tricks, but on the inner truth that radiates through your actions, words, and energy. You become a man who inspires trust, passion, and admiration, not by imposed force, but by hard-won balance. Moreover, this life is a journey of genuine reciprocity, where relationships flourish with respect, freedom, and depth, providing connections that enrich and sustain your purpose. As a behavior and seduction specialist, I affirm that real transformation happens precisely when this integration flows naturally and continuously. Impact trigger. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be real and in constant movement. Irresistibility is born from authentic purpose, your unique signature in the world. Final exercise. Reflect and write down. What are the key lessons that have marked your journey? How can you apply this integration in your daily life, relationships, and mission? What is the next step you will take to keep evolving as a man and human being? If you want to continue this journey of growth and evolution, subscribe, share your experience, and prepare for new challenges and discoveries beyond this series. Throughout this journey, you have developed essential foundations to become an irresistible man with purpose, from respectful action and affectionate attention to assertive communication, emotional intelligence, empathetic protagonism, and full integration of your personal and relational life. Each step has been an invitation to self-knowledge, to building healthy boundaries, genuine reciprocity, and alignment with a greater mission. This path shows that true transformation doesn't bloom overnight, but results from conscious choices, emotional discipline, and the courage to evolve continuously. Being irresistible isn't about manipulation or impressing. It's about living with inner coherence, authenticity, and maturity that naturally attract respect, admiration, and genuine connections. I deeply thank everyone who joined this journey, trusting the purpose of growth, change, and inspiration. You embody the true spirit of development, knowing real improvements are born from daily effort and the sincere will to be better. If you believe in this mission, subscribe to the channel to continue receiving content that fosters constant evolution. Remember, being a better person requires daily changes, dedication, and the courage to face your own limits. Count on me to accompany you on this incredible transformation journey. Thank you very much, and see you next time.